I'm Josh. This is Colin. And this is Perseverance, our floating off-grid home. Come explore with us as we sail to new places, we learn how to protect our environment, and see how we coexist with nature. We'll also make lots of friends along the way.
Today's an exciting day. It is December 4th, 2022, and we are leaving West Palm Beach. We are southbound tonight, probably just to Boca Raton, and then Fort Lauderdale the next day. We have been here in West Palm for just over a year when we arrived coming back south from New York, and wow, so much has changed since then. I got a new job that is now going to hopefully allow us to go to the Bahamas and cruise on a cruiser schedule and not a corporate schedule. Boat's been so much improved. We adopted a dog. Luna has joined us. This is her first voyage that isn't just going up to Peanut Island and back. We've met some really cool people here in West Palm. Radio always goes off when you're trying to talk to the camera. Yeah, we've met some really cool people here in West Palm. Lots of cool cruisers, people ashore. Luna enjoyed her many nights at the dog bar, as did we. I think we'll be back. West Palm's been a cool spot. I hope these city docks are still here. What a great city for access to things from the water. West Palm has been one of the most cruiser-friendly cities that we visited. But we're excited. We are on to the next adventure. Well, Luna's got all comfy. We have gone through 2 bridges. There are 9 more to go.
There are a lot of bridges in this section.
Yeah, 22 miles, 11 bridges from downtown West Palm to Lake Boca Raton. And then tomorrow is a shorter day for only 15 miles, but still 8 bridges. And that'll take us all the way to Lake Sylvia, Fort Lauderdale.
Are we going to make it to our intended destination with all these bridges?
We might not, but that's okay, because we'll find a spot to stop, and we're going to explore that spot. Because we are on a cruiser's schedule now. No rushing.
No rushing.
We're only doing 3.3 knots, so like seriously, no rushing.
No rushing.
All right, Colin. I did for guys. This is Veterans Memorial.
This is Veterans Park.
Veterans Park
At Del Rey.
Del Rey, and there's what do we have here? We have seawall dock kind of parking. There's a market going on, and what else was interesting about this to you that you?
Just free day docks, cute little market, and just past this bridge is the Del Rey City Marina, which had really good, reasonable rates for like people on our budget.
So our autopilot has been intermittently working. It'll occasionally fail, and it says CTOC failure. Go to get it to come back, and I turned off the chart plotter because it wasn't getting a GPS fix, and so therefore also was not giving us our speed over ground. So the iPad's doing everything right now, other than depth and wind. As soon as I turned the chart plotter off, the autopilot came back. So I thought maybe that's just a chance, so I turned the chart plotter back on. The autopilot immediately failed, said CTOC failure again, so I turned the chart plotter back off, and the autopilot's back. So that's a nice, another hint as to what might be going on there. So, very interesting. Josh replaced a lot of wires, the connectors inside this nav pod that were just really badly corroded. We thought that was probably the issue. But it's probably still a good thing to do. but still wasn't completely fixing the problem. So another hint, clue, has something to do with the sharp water. All right, update. We have one more bridge to go. We are 1.5 miles for our final anchorage for the evening. We slowed down considerably because we were not going to make the bridge, and I didn't want to hold position for half an hour. And in this beautiful wide expanse of no wake, we did not get waked. What we did get is almost sideswiped by this boat way up here, who the driver was way busier entertaining his guests and not looking ahead. And I just turned around and saw an anchor sitting right here, and then they quickly turned way too close for comfort. And then this boat back here is flying a kite that went right over our mast and then came down and literally almost got tangled in the mast. Florida.
To be the next coming up.
That's probably good for now.
Yeah,
Adjust later.
do 50 and see what we get out of that.
Yeah, we are in Lake Boca Raton. It is probably the tightest anchorage we've ever been in, but I think we grabbed like one of the last spots.
Yeah, that's good.
We might even be good for later, not having to move.
So I think behind me here, you know, there's a big, what do you call it, like a sandbar?
Sandbar, yeah.
Shoal. So it gets too shallow for us, but I think we'll be all right here. We haven't set or anything. We're gonna see where we end up, check the depth, and make sure we're good, and head in and do a little bit of exploring in the town.
All right, it is day 2 in our southbound journey to Lake Sylvia, Fort Lauderdale. Oh, sunglasses are down here somewhere. And it is 8:40, just going through our first bridge. Today is 15 miles and 8 bridges. Yesterday was 22 miles and 11 bridges. Lieutenant Luna's on watch. Josh is at the helm. Lake Boca Raton, that was a pretty cool spot. The water wasn't as clear as we thought it would be, but we think that might just be like the corner we were in, and it was definitely tight, and it looked like a boat that is not often attended was getting pretty close to us, so I don't know how much scope they had out. So that was the only stressor. I actually ended up putting the fenders down last night, just in case.
Oh, sorry. I do think the sandbar probably has some good, you know, good swimming at high tide or at incoming tide because it's right in front of the inlet. But I do think West Palm is unique with how the Gulf Stream touches the coast, because I mean, I really think that's why you get the clearest water.
Yeah.
As long as it's not windy. There's always a caveat. I just want to go where the water's always clear.
So does the smiley face mean we are going under the speed limit?
Yeah.
So it's happy. I wonder what happens if you speed through here.
It's right next to the police boat. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, it is a police boat.
I think there's more effective ways to keep birds off your boat.
Oh, is that what that's for?
I don't know.
So interesting. A lot of these houses are like just crazy. Ooh, look, Josh's favorite thing.
What? Pipes. Water. It's worse when it's a giant underwater pipe that you can see from the surface. Oh. So we're moseying along today. It's a nice day. We've been back and forth on, you know, whether we think we're underpropped or underpitched, or, you know, trying to figure out why we don't go fast enough. And then I'm like, oh, we're going like 6 knots today. Must be in a river because we should have the current going against us. And I do think the river was playing a part in that back there. I was like, oh, we're speeding up. And I was like, oh, there's an inlet here that we're about to pass. One that I did not see. I didn't realize we were so close to the Hillsborough Inlet. We have now passed that inlet. Instead of going 6.5 knots, we are now going 4 knots. So I was trying to push the engine to make this bridge, which we were gonna make with like 5 minutes to spare. now the bridge opens in 10 minutes and we're going to be there in 15 minutes. And I would consider calling and maybe being like, hey, we're right around the corner. Can you, open the bridge and we'll make it and blah, blah, blah. But our radio does not work right now for that distance on 1 watt, and we got to go through a building and a bunch of trees. That is another problem to be solved, but yeah, we're not going to make this bridge. Now we have to hold here for like a half hour. You want to go for a half-hour sail while we wait?
I'm not gonna say I told you so.
Then don't. Hard. It is kind of a nice serene ride with lots of very fancy houses when there's not tons of wakes sloshing you around. So if you pass through here, if you transit through here, I definitely suggest doing it on a weekday. It's much more calm, it's quiet, it's a nice cool morning, still hot in the sun. And yeah, we're just moseying along. Forgot to add the most important part. You either have to go like 6-ish knots or you have to go 3 through this whole section. There's so many bridges and a lot of them are 15 minutes apart, but only if you're going like 6-ish knots, maybe a little faster. We just can't quite keep that pace. This boat is the little engine that could. And Colin wanted to call it the little engine that could not. And we're about to make this bridge.
I mean, Josh told me so.
He did say.
He did say. It's not the little engine that can. It's just a little engine that can't do that much.
Join us next time where we arrive to Lake Sylvia in Fort Lauderdale. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It really helps our channel grow. If you enjoy our content, please consider supporting us on Patreon.